What is your business? Who do you want?
The governor of New Mexico. I bear a message for the Princess Lucia. From Spain.
Sergeant of the guard. Credentials.
Your Excellency, an envoy from the court of Spain.
Victor? Why, it's Victor. Victor, welcome to Santa Fe. Victor, why do you remain kneeling? Have my years on this desert made me impossible to look at?
You are a vision, Princess.
Permit me, young man. I am the Duke of Montera, the princess's guardian. Now, what brings you here other than to compliment her?
My lord, I have disembarked secretly at Vera Cruz to bring a message of great and serious import. Your Highness, our King Charles II is dying. The nobles of our court believe the succession should go to the granddaughter of Philip III. They await your immediate arrival.
Your Highness.
My dear Lucia, you are the future queen of Spain.
Oh, please. Oh, my cousin, I'm so happy for you.
The long wait is over. Every move we've made has been justified.
Victor!
It's food he needs. The man's starved. Please continue.
As you know, the princess is not the only heir. There are others who hope and others with friends.
And the throne of Spain is not a small prize.
Leopold of Bavaria would give his head for it.
Leopold is a simpering idiot, Acosta.
But behind him stands the Viceroy of the New World.
Yes. And by now he must be alerted even as we. By now he must be baiting his trap in Vera Cruz, hoping I will bring the princess there. Our boat would sink before leaving the harbor.
The king is already paralyzed. Even now he may be dead.
Could we sail from some settlement in Louisiana?
No, the French would bar every step of our way. We must go northwest to the Bay of Monterey.
Monterey?
In California. We can arrange a sailing there. Yes. Monterey shall be the open door to our empire.
But how are we to get through the Pueblos? They have always hated us.
And the Comanches and other strange tribes.
I've thought of that, Vega. There's one who can guide us. El Tigre.
El Tigre?
I've never met the man, but I'd like to. There's a price on his head.
Yes. But a man whom the Indians call brother. Precisely why we need him, Baron Vega.
Precisely why he'll never come. Surely it would be better to try and sway the Viceroy to our banner.
No, gentlemen. My reign will not begin by bribing a viceroy or by dealing with a rogue. We will take our chances on Monterey without El Tigre.
I'm at your command, Princess.
And I, Your Highness.
And now may I suggest the future Queen of Spain. Flanders, Tuscany, Naples, Peru. Go to her bed. She'll need all of her strength for her coming journey.
Good night, gentlemen.
Highness.
Princess.
Good night, Victor. Why must he always treat me like a child? You treat him like a father.
Where can El Tigre be found, Diego?
It is said he lives in an Indian village a day's ride from here, or wherever he is needed by his friends.
Despite my ward's objection, Sergeant, we will send for him at once.
Tigre, be careful. Watch even the palace guard.
Some of your men valued my head at 200 doubloons, forgetting that I value it at even more.
Tell Baron Baker of this immediately. I'm sorry, Tigre, but whoever attacked you shall be found and punished.
It won't be necessary. It has been taken care of. Speak, Montera.
The King of Spain lies dying. I would like you to guide us to Monterrey, to place the Princess Lucia on the throne.
Monterrey. Why should I prefer Lucia?
When I left Madrid, our people were clamoring for her.
Felicitations, Highness.
You may rise, Tigre.
The throne of Spain is 6,000 miles distant. When you sit on it, then I'll kneel.
Why is he here? I told you we would go on without him.
The fact is, Princess, if you are to rule Spain, you must learn to face reality. El Tigre can be of great help.
And what then do I promise him? Amnesty? Or perhaps he would like a title? Out with it. What price, Tigre?
None, Princess. I'm not for hire.
I have bad news. It was Acosta's men who attacked El Tigre.
Your own officer, Vega.
He's fled, else I would have killed him myself. He was in the pay of the Viceroy. And who else amongst those you trust, Montera? Princess, again I entreat you, deal with the Viceroy.
Yes, Princess, deal with him. It is the way of your ancestors. And bribery is the shortest way to Spain.
I will be ready to leave in the morning, as we planned. And it is my opinion that we can dispense with this renegade.
She has a mind of her own. It might prove awkward to you, Montero.
Tigre, why did you come here? Why didn't you ignore my summons?
I was curious, my lord, I admit it. I wondered whether life in this new world had changed you, or whether you continue to live in this adobe palace as though you were in the middle of Madrid.
I am a creature of habit.
Bad habits, my lord. I know this country. Your map makers have left out an entire mountain range. California cut in half. Grave injustice. California is a golden land, a world in itself.
But then change your mind, Tigre. Come.
Must we go on our knees to this scoundrel?
Save your breath, Baron. It is an adventure, but I choose to forego it.
Without you to guide us, we must find our way through dangerous unknown lands. We need you, Tigre. Perhaps to save our lives. Search your conscience, countrymen.
Flatter me, Montera, but my presence cannot guarantee the safety of your party. However, I will study this through the night, correct it where I can, and mark your trail across it.
Very well, then.
Montera. I find your sherry has a certain full-bodied flavor. If a trifle dry.
You shall have a gallon.
It will not make me change my mind.
Nothing will make me change mine. We will go anyway.
Think, Lucia. When you're queen, 1,000 eyes will be your mistress. And if you decide to shorten it, say, oh, even to here, and next day every woman in Spain will be at her dressmaker's. And if at grand ball, by chance you stumble, well, everyone at the ball stumbles. It becomes a new dance. You've forgotten how it is at the court, cousin.
Have I, Felicia? The hatred, the envy. To save me from that court, I was spirited to this wilderness. It taught me that with all her glory, the queen stands alone.
Acosta, ride hard to Acomo. The Viceroy's military commander is there. His troops should be able to catch up with us. We shall have delays.
Your route?
Easily followed. We travel in style. No matter what route, we'll have to pass near Fort Abiki. Perhaps I can contrive to end Montera's hopes there.
Only the death of all will satisfy the Viceroy.
Your reward, Acosta, will be fat, I promise.
And yours?
Not from a woman. I'll claim mine from Leopold of Bavaria, who'll be our king.
Why Montera ever called on you in the first place is beyond my puny imagination. To escort a future queen, no less. All those knives. You act more the savage than ever. Even look like one.
At least, Diego, the years haven't made me look more and more like a barrel of cheap Malaga wine.
This stuff is not cheap. Things always improve with you around.
Even so, Diego, don't get used to me. Or the Duke's private stock.
I better not let the Baron find me too close to the wine.
Of my best soldiers returned to barracks by your orders, Montero.
And by your orders, Vega, I was told 4 mules carrying my private papers plus extra horses were sent back to the stables.
And by both your orders, almost all of my trunks have been removed from the baggage train.
There. Tigre.
Miladies? Hello. Your guide. Unless the princess will find my presence too disturbing.
I defer to the wishes of my lord, Montero.
We are more than grateful, Tigre. But it has come to my attention that 4 of my mules have been left behind.
To avoid carrying extra feet.
And a dozen of my swiftest horses. Gifts for the Indians who have none.
To help chase you, no doubt, should they turn against you. But even I make sacrifices, Montero. I had the sergeant here remove a keg of the sherry.
What concerns me, Tigre, are my soldiers. I assumed this was a military expedition.
Try to convince the Indians you're friendly with an army. I assumed you wished to deliver your queen with her scalp intact. Before the coronation.
Do you expect me to land on the shores of Spain wearing the same dress in which I leave Santa Fe?
But you've already filled half a wagon and 5 mules with your belongings.
I refuse to travel like a kitchen maid.
And I refuse to believe that you can't understand the problem here better than a kitchen maid. Nor can I believe that clothes make a queen. Particularly one as royal as ours.
As military commander, I'm concerned with the division of authority between this man and myself.
I must rule on the side of tradition, Tigre. We travel as befits our station. Repack the carretas, Diego. Nothing personal, Tigre.
Of course not, Montero.
Duke wishes to make camp here. The horses and men are exhausted. The princess faint from the day's heat.
This is Comanche country. We'll camp on higher ground, several leagues further on.
The Duke and the Baron feel the need to wash the dust from their bodies. They feel it will enliven their spirits for tomorrow's travel.
Tell Vega to place proper guards or all our spirits will travel.
We camp as you ordered. Only El Tigre suggests that you...
Tigre suggests we place guards. Does he think me incapable of the simplest precautions?
Be more patient, Vega. We need his eyes as we need your arms. She's very precious, my ward.
Lovely. Like all queens. And husbands of queens are even more fortunate than guardians.
You are swift at drawing conclusions.
El Tigre approaching.
El Tigre. Why is he called that?
Victor claims he was a great patriot who called Charles tyrant to his face and then cut the palace guards to shreds, escaping. And on the other hand, our sergeant claims he was a victim of a traitorous commander. After dealing the enemy a crushing blow, he cursed his Spanish heritage and set sail for the New World.
And how many more officers have you questioned?
One, Leonardo. Leonardo claims El Tigre was a great duelist and dancer. And the woman he most loved to dance with was taken by a marquis. When El Tigre finished with that nobleman, it was as if a tiger had ripped him from head to foot. Since then, no one even dares remember El Tigre's given name.
That deserves a ballad. Which story is true? None.
I believe them all. Diego says he fights like a madman. I wonder if he makes love in the same way. Tigre, cousin, Tigre!
Begins to get interesting again. We've been calling for you.
They call for a species of animal.
Tigre!
Coming, your ladyship.
Careful, Big Cat. They have claws, too.
Yes, my ladies.
We are said to be the weaker sex, Tigre. The more easily frightened. Have you a moment to reassure us?
You can sleep well tonight. The Indians who infest this area appear to be hunting to the south.
Tigre, the princess is curious about the man in whose person she finds her destiny.
I? It is true, I am curious about one thing. Does the ferocious title Tigre frighten you?
It frightens my enemies. Therefore, it is useful. It amuses me.
Well, then, tell us how you came by it.
Oh, it is a frightening tale. Perhaps too blood-curdling for the ears of the princess.
Proceed, Tigre.
As you wish. My ladies have heard of the legend of Romulus and Remus who founded Rome, being mothered by a she-wolf.
Yes?
My story has points of similarity. Wounded at the Battle of Tarragon, I was left by my comrades in the forest to die. When I awoke, it was at the touch of something soft and warm in my throat. I was looking into the jaws of a tiger. Its face was closer to mine than yours, Princess. When I had enough sense not to move, instead I opened my mouth and sang a song my mother had taught me. A lullaby from our own Andalusian healers. Believe it, Princess. I felt something damp on my face. It was the animal's tears. Yes. Instead of eating me, she was crying. The rest is simple. She took me to her lair, nursed me back to health, and taught me how to fight, even as she herself.
But there are no tigers in Spain.
You are right. There are no tigers in Spain. There are only kings and queens. And those who slave to serve them. Good night, my ladies.
You take chances, lad.
Follow me.
Call me a bumbling fool, Tigre. I picked a horse who should have been a goat.
The ground hit him very hard, but he lives. We go back.
But the other rides to Port of King.
Whoever sent him there sleeps soundly, not knowing we bring back his nightmare.
They all sleep soundly now.
Wake the Padre.
Escudero was one of my best men. How did this come about, Tigre?
Apparently, he and Gonzalez thought they heard Indians near the camp and went to investigate. The sergeant and I were awakened, and we followed. When we found Escudero in the darkness, we thought he was still alive. We brought him back to camp. We found an Indian knife in his back. Of Gonzalez, nothing.
Why was I not awakened, Sergeant?
Over such a minor affair, surely the Baron's sleep was more important.
I thought the Comanches were hunting to the south, Tigre.
So did I, Princess.
But you see, I'm not infallible. Travel close to the hills today. It'll give us more cover.
No crude Indian knife killed that soldier.
No.
The cut was clean. The blade that made it forged in Toledo. Have you something to tell me?
Nothing I need to be ashamed of, Padre.
As you wish, my son.
Mount! We move forward!
I bring you greetings from the commander of the fort at Abiki.
You're welcome, sir.
I was afraid in this vast desert I might miss you. My commander begs you to accept the hospitality of the fort. We've already slaughtered cattle and sheep. It will be a banquet.
Is it on our way?
Not too far off. Both my messengers arrived safely.
No, only one. But
I introduced myself. El Tigre.
I don't understand.
All right, Tigre. Soldier you choose, life or death. No! Why are we so cordially invited to Abiki? Tell the Duke I lose patience.
It was an ambush. We received a message this morning.
For my missing soldier. You'll forgive the story I told you, but I lacked proof. Diego. It would be interesting to know if someone else in our camp plots against the princess.
Is there another traitor? If so, name him.
I was indiscreet before the knife, but I won't be again.
We shall see. Captain.
Machado, the whip.
May I suggest some refreshments while we wait, Princess?
To our charming messenger from Abiki. May he relent quickly.
You yourself used the knife, Tigre.
As a prod only, his skin was unscratched. I stopped short of torture.
I agree with El Tigre, my lord. Somehow it seems foreign to this new life.
This new life, as you call it, my dear, stems from the old. We do what we've been taught to do, whether it pleases us or not.
The man has a tough hide. I suggest we continue the journey without him.
You would abandon him on the desert?
When he's ready, he can tell his story to the buzzards.
That is being unnaturally cruel, Captain.
But traditional, Princess. And we are men who value tradition.
And discipline, Tigre. I wish I could spare the princess, but the throne is not for weaklings. She must be taught strength.
She learns from an excellent master.
Flogging will be the least she can expect to see when she returns home.
I'm not home yet, my lord. Release the man.
What is it, Machado?
Captain Vega, the heart gave way before the tongue. The man is dead.
Unless my lord has other candidates at the lash, I suggest we proceed. Tonight will be quieter. Even the Baron Vega will not be disturbed by nightmares.
Tigre, no one values your advice more than I. As a guide.
Thank you, Excellency.
For expression on other subjects in public, I am less grateful. I ask you to know your place.
Since coming on this expedition, I've never been more sure of my place. In God's scheme of things. It is not in a country where murder becomes a divine right. Nothing personal, Montera.
Shadow.
The Lord exacts swift retribution.
What baggage was in the carreta? One of the princess's trunks, and much of our gunpowder.
Get the men back on the trail. Blackhorn River. North of here, it cuts through mountains as tall as the sky. We camp on its bank tonight.
Very well.
Tigre. Beyond the river, will we be safe?
Yes. We should soon cross the path of the Paiutes.
What makes you think they will be friendly?
Because Chief Bavant, unlike his Comanche brothers, has not yet met the Spaniard.
That is a strange thing for a Spaniard to say.
There were many things I say appear strange to Spaniards.
Did you notice the sunrise this morning, before we broke camp?
No.
It was very beautiful.
When beauty impresses me, I remind myself of the dangers that lurk behind it.
Indians?
But not only Indians, Your Highness.
What brought you here, Tigre? Why did you agree to guide us?
Perhaps the adventure suddenly appealed to me. Perhaps the need to be with my own people again, to hear the old jests, new gossip. Perhaps when I saw you were in danger.
Oh, you are a liar. But your lies appeal to me. And I will try to be more appreciative in the future.
It will help. And we still have obstacles.
Spaniard against Indian. Inquisition against Terry. Leopold of Bavaria against Lucien. And El Tigre against all of us.
No. Only against your way of life.
Oh, let us be honest. You resent me as a queen.
Though I am one of your most devoted subjects.
You resent me as a woman.
No. I find it easier to think of you as a woman than as a queen.
The conversation is ended, Tigre.
Yes, Your Highness. Diego bought these in Santa Fe for some wench in Spain. The wench can wait.
Why is it music always draws us closer to home?
Even I find myself more anxious to reach it. You too, Lucia?
I'm not sure where home is. Spain or here in America.
The greater challenge lies ahead. You have been well trained. I've done my best.
At times I must have tried even your patience.
Oh. Where it concerns you, Lucia, my patience is endless. But soon my work will be over. Another will take my place.
How another?
Well, the people will demand you select a companion on the throne, a consort, if only to give Spain its future rulers. I've been thinking of it often, my dear Lucia, and now this evening I've summoned my courage. I propose myself to you as that person.
Oh, my lord honors me.
But you don't know quite what to say. Perhaps you've never thought of me in this light. And yet, my dear Lucia, these things must be discussed on a practical level. In many ways, we are perfectly suited. The age difference is ideal. No house is more highly blooded than mine. Were I a braggart, I might add I'm not considered a bad fellow. Not unbearably dull. I might even ask, who else has better qualifications than your lord? Duke of Montera, governor of New Mexico. And as much as you yourself, Lucia, I have our country at heart.
Please go, Montera.
I've spoken too soon. I've upset you.
Please.
I would not like to think another attachment formed during our journey influences your decision. I speak of this new world. It affects people strangely.
Well, then you are right. It has affected me strangely. Now, like any woman, I want to be told a man loves me before royal considerations. Before discussion of a royal birth.
Welcome, Tigre. In your absence, I took the liberty of making myself comfortable. The Duke went visiting Lucille. I refused to be left alone. I decided on... Oh, Tigre.
I'm flattered, Lady Felicia. And I'll try to amuse you. Now, what topic shall we discuss? Politics? No. Military strategy.
Love?
I fear I can bring nothing fresh to the subject.
Oh, Tigre, listen to me. I wouldn't come to anyone's tent. But we may die on this journey. You yourself have said so. What better has tomorrow to offer us?
If we're discovered, tomorrow might find me strung up by my thumbs, and I wouldn't blame Montero. I value my hide even more than your reputation.
So the fearless Tigre is afraid to choose a woman because of a duke's anger.
I have chosen.
Who?
Guard the princess, Jago.
Great.
What can be done?
You must relieve that fever. He must be bled.
The Comanches have already performed that service for him.
How little you understand of medicine. The secret is to know what vein to open for what ill. I've had such a case in the past. I bled him behind the ear. It carried off the fever.
And did he recover?
Unfortunately, no.
Is there another cure?
Rest, if it is God's will. Rest might heal.
No. This is no time to rest. Vega. Tigre. You'll carry on as best you can. Forgetting everything but speed.
It will mean stripping down to essentials, everything.
I'm already down to essentials.
I see no reason for all this frantic haste, Excellency. Your health is of the first importance. What difference can a small delay make?
To arrive 5 minutes late at Madrid, Baron, is as good as 50 years. Get us to Monterrey, Tigre.
It is unseemly, cousin, to visit a man in his tent.
It is more so to have the man visit you.
Montero asked me to marry him.
And your answer?
I gave him none.
You will. He's brave, your Duke. And the sickness has made him even more attractive.
As is your Tigre.
Keep up the pace, my ladies, please.
tomorrow for us.
Princess, will you ask the others to come into the tent?
Oh, God, whose property is always to have mercy and to spare. We beseech you humbly on behalf of your servant Andres Montera. In prayer assembled, we beg of thee. Ay, gracias.
Amen.
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 My lord has made a miraculous recovery. We are thankful to the Padre.
Padre, I apologize. I was skeptical of the power of prayer, but I was wrong.
Oh, I, too, was impressed by the Duke's recovery.
In my role as doctor, I knew the crisis was near. In my role of padre, I know this expedition needs God's help. A resurgence of faith can only strengthen us all.
You're a practical man, Dr. Padre. And now I have a secret for you. In the Duke's belongings, he has an extra cask of his good brown sherry.
But, my dear Tigre, under the conditions of this trip, that wine might well turn sour. I think for the Duke's sake, we should inspect it.
Exactly, Padre.
I give you trouble, Lucia.
It is nothing.
In reference to our discussion of the other night,
Yes?
I retract nothing. As your guardian, I still feel myself best for you. And the throne. If I live.
You're a stubborn man, Montero. And I think you will live.
Odd, Tigre, that you should have brought along wine so agreeable to my palate.
Take care, Padre.
Indians!
Hold your fire! The Paiutes, not Comanches. Princess? This is Chief Pavant of the Paiutes. Chief's scouts have observed a large party of Spaniards following closely behind us. He asks if we come as friends, why do we need so many soldiers?
But who is it that follows us?
Troops are led by a soldier with a red beard.
Acosta.
As I guessed in Santa Fe, Princess. Acosta alerted the Viceroy.
Lord.
I've heard. Most of our powder and guns lost at Costa will overwhelm us. Perhaps we should flee at once.
Oh, I doubt Acosta will attack us while we are with the Indians. And I'm hopeful of winning their protection to Monterey.
But Pavant is gone.
I told him we need supplies. We wait here until he returns with them.
This time, Tigre, I find your judgment excellent.
Chief Pavant is happy to see that the Duke is regaining his strength. He makes you this gift of bows and arrows in hopes that you'll soon be able to use them.
Thank the chief. Tell him the troops that follow us are enemies, evil men. If he protects us from them, he will be amply repaid. Sergeant.
The chief is envious of our horses, as you foresaw.
If he delivers us safely to Monterey, I will give him every animal in the expedition.
Delicious, Princess. If you can overcome your natural aversion to exotic foods.
What is it?
A dog of the desert, coyote. You must eat it, Princess. You will endanger our lives. Eat!
How long will we up?
Her name is Shining Moon. She is yours, Montera.
Well, the chief, she's very pretty, but she doesn't quite fit in with my plans.
Oh, take her. She'll be a curiosity in Spain.
Why don't you take her, Tigre?
Chief knows I prefer tobacco. Now that he has offered us a girl, he will ask for one of ours. Be calm, all of you. He has chosen her.
Are we to let this savage touch the person of our queen? In Spain, there'd be a hanging.
In America, a wedding. Since Montera refused Shining Moon, he'll find a reason to reject the princess. Take care, Vega. It's just a ceremony.
He's gone too far! Tigre! Tigre! Get to your horses!
Princess! Lucia! Right to the north! Quickly, Lucia.
Tigre.
When do you think they'll attack?
When there are enough of them.
When their friend El Tigre leads us into a noose.
Who speaks of treachery, Vega? Man who killed a defenseless native? Who set a whole tribe of Indians against us?
I was defending the princess, doing my duty.
Oh, what master?
Tigre, I command you.
What master?
Please, please, Tigre, for me. Oh, please, please, for me. For me. Must we kill each other?
I will scout the valley.
Take care, Tigre.
Follow me.
Set up a shelter for the princess.
Yes, my lord.
Now, Vega, what truth in Tigre's words?
Only this, Montera. I will not perish in this wilderness. I would save us all.
How, Vega?
We can make a peace with Acosta under certain conditions. In your belongings, you must be carrying gold, jewels, enough to pay your way back to Spain.
What other conditions?
Let the princess renounce the throne.
Tigre was right. A traitor stands before our eyes.
I command you to accompany me back.
How courageous our Baron becomes with El Tigre gone.
When he returns, I will accommodate him also.
No need to wait, Vega.
My lords.
my lord! Don't kill! Mercy! Clear!
We'll make camp here. Dismount.
You were right, Tigre. Our loyal Baron. Where's Acosta?
Close behind us, and ahead, the Indians.
At least he also will feel their weight.
No comfort there, Montero. Costa can go back, we cannot. All we can do is set out more guards and wait.
Lucia! Felicia!
Why not, Montero? What else would you have us wear on such an occasion? My lord, I command you to serve what food we have left. And wine. Diego, music. Rodrigo, your concertina. Oh, if this is to be our last night, gentlemen, let us make it a good one.
You heard your princess? The wine, man, hurry. Diego, music. And not a funeral dirge. Play something lively.
I can't believe this may be our last night. Would you be willing to go to Spain with me now?
I can never return to Spain.
What would you do in California?
Same as any man. Find a woman. One who not only loved me, but loved this land. Build a house.
and fight to raise our children in the land of freedom.
Tigre.
Montera, an odd thing has happened. By all the noise we make, the princess may yet escape. Hear what the drums say. The Indians fear we have joined arms with the Costa. They think that otherwise we would not be so bold. They seek reinforcements before attacking us.
So we have a few more hours.
Golden hours. Look! With the bows and arrows that Pavant gave us, I will frighten the Costa into believing it's the Paiutes attacking here. Meanwhile, you strike the Paiutes here with your guns, making them believe it is Acosta. When this happens, you will retreat, withdrawing the Indians on toward Acosta, who will also be advancing. While the two forces grapple, the princess will slip behind to Monterey.
And then you and I will meet back here.
Should either survive. For the women's ears, we will be most optimistic.
Agreed. Tigre, between us, do you guarantee death, or do you merely expect it?
Oh.
Diego.
First I drink myself to death because I think I'm going to die, and now you tell me to live when I want to die. I should have known better than to trust you to begin with.
Remember, I trust you with the princess.
I'll go for the horses.
Why do you smile? Because I don't look like a queen? That is scarcely fair.
To me, you have never seemed more a woman.
Tigre. I beg pardon, but I thought our new captain was so eager to give me final instructions.
I will attack Acosta first. When you hear the noise, it will be your signal to move.
Very well.
Diego will care for you, Lucy.
Until Monterey?
Yes, until Monterey. Farewell.
Signal for you to move against the Indians.
Going to change some plans, Sergeant. I'll be blunt. Spain needs me more than it does you. Therefore, you will lead the attack instead of myself. Deploy your men, Sergeant.
Follow!
Diego has just persuaded me that he's better able to engage the Indians than I. Forward!
Let us go, Tigre. It's almost dawn. I tell you, no one else survives.
Diego.
Big cat.
What happened to the princess?
Montera. Great Duke, changed his plans. He ordered me to the Indians. Took the princess to Monterrey himself. He claims to save Spain. Get to Monterrey.
My friend.
Thirsty. Water. Cold water, Tigre.
Federico.
Water. What a way to go. A big cat.
A favor, Rodrigo.
I will bury your friend for you.
Luck, we shall meet in Monterrey.
My son.
Where is she?
Let the bird fly free to its own nest.
To become a victim of the hawk? Where is she? Aboard that ship?
A man of God cannot interfere in these things.
Aboard that ship!
Tigre, there's a dugout just beyond those trees.
As I promised, Captain, this bag belongs to you. I think when you examine it, you'll agree I've paid handsomely for passage.
Otherwise, Montero, I would not have taken your party. As captain of a French boat, I am hardly concerned with Spanish ambitions. Secure the longboat! Soon the tide changes, we'll sail on it.
Captain,
Huh?
there's one slight matter. Until we're at sea, I would consider it a favor if the doors to the princess's cabin remain secured. I deal with emotional ties that must not interfere with the future of my country.
My dear Duke, the future of your country fails to interest me, and on a friendship, no woman will be locked in her cabin, at least not by me. If you must, do the job yourself.
We sail immediately. I'm sorry, Lucia. I would have you happy. But I would remind you we both have our duty.
Duty? I've learned of duty on this expedition. I've seen men drinking side by side, then turn and twist the knife. And when we reach Barcelona, how much more blood to put me on the throne.
There's enough blood in men to make rivers run red. But our country comes first.
Then live in peace, without me.
A dead man has twisted your mind to his ideas. I beg of you, Lucia, forget him. Forget his ideas. They would destroy our world.
Not our world, Montero. Yours.
Lucia! Lucia!
Tigre? Tigre! 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 Tigre!
Lucia!
Tigre!
Captain, this man is a renegade, wanted by the authorities. I ask you to place him in irons.
It seems you have a passion for locking people up, monsieur. A word of warning to each of you. The tide is about to turn, and when it does, I sail.
Montero, I want Lucia.
Take her.
Begins to run, Captain.
Up anchor. Lucia! Lucia! To the Victor.
Thank you, monsieur.
Tigre! Tigre!
The gentleman has not paid for his passage. I'm forced to put him ashore, Princess.
I will not go alone, Captain. The lady goes with me.
Excellent. In that case, her passage will pay for the damage. You too will disembark at once.
Yes, monsieur.
Fortunes of war, but there is always a tomorrow.
I'm sorry. Forgive me.
For what, my dear Felicia? I am more than grateful.
For me, my lord.
All clear ahead. There stands the wind to old Spain.
And to the new.